Hey everybody, Chris Garrido here, and it's Monday Motivation. First Monday Motivation of 2019, and I'm so excited about it. It's also going to be the first Monday Motivation where we start hosting these videos on our new YouTube channel, Weekly Awakening. It's a name that I came up with because when I think about motivation, I think about it as an awakening to the life that we want to live, sort of that living life by design and not by default. Concept that I stumbled into midway through 2018, and I just fell in love with that concept, and it's the one that the driving force behind my life right now is living a life by design and not by default. And so I think we need those awakenings on a semi-regular basis. It's not a one-time awakening where we say, oh, boom, I want to live life by design and not by default. And then all of a sudden it's going to happen day in and day out, hour in and hour out, minute in and minute out. It's not that easy. We need constant reminders of not only the things that we want, but the processes that we have to put in place and the discipline that we need around those processes in order to accomplish those goals. And so that's what I want to talk about in week 1 of 2019 is we probably all made some goals, some things that we want to accomplish in 2019. Most people call them New Year's resolutions. I've never been a big fan of that, only because I think resolution has a negative connotation because it's something that is commonly and easily broken and goes unfulfilled. And so I don't want that. I want to set goals. I want to put plans around our goals. I don't want it to be wishes. I want these to be things that are going to come to fruition in our life. And so what I want to talk about, I want to kind of go on a little series here for the next few weeks of how do we get what we want in life? How do we live a life by design and not by default? And so what I would suggest is that the number one step to getting what you want in life is figuring out what it is that you want. And I know that probably sounds crazy to some people, and other people are probably like, haha, Chris is exactly right. That's the hardest part. It can be a very hard part. But I want to tell you that the first step to determining what it is that you want in life in any capacity is going into it with an open mind. If I go into a restaurant and I walk in and my mindset is, I'm not hungry, nothing on that menu is going to look appetizing. If I decide that finding my passion in life, whether it be a career passion or a life passion, whatever it is that I decide that I want in my life, if I go into it with a mindset that it's going to be difficult, nothing that I come across, no idea that I come up with on my own or that I hear from anywhere else is going to sound like a good idea. So what I would say is step 1, open your mind to it. Open your heart to it. Be open to the idea that there is a perfect scenario out there. There is a life that you would desire, that you want to design for yourself. It's out there. Don't go into it with the mindset of, oh, it's going to be so hard. I don't know what I want to do. You don't, but you can, and that's the big thing. Believe that you can. Last point on this, one of my great friends and mentors, Kelly Cardenas, did a video recently where he talked about trying to find your passion in life. And what he said was, imagine that you have everything that you've ever wanted. You know, $30 million sitting in a bucket somewhere. Now what do? And that really got me thinking, what would I do? I mean, my worries would go away. I wouldn't have to worry about how do I pay this bill, or are my boys going to be able to go to college, or can I buy the home that I want to buy? Like, none of those things would be an issue. But literally, what would I get up and do every day? Would I go buy a boat? Possibly. I love boats. Maybe there's a passion somewhere around boating for me. You know, would I buy an unbelievable barbecue smoker and smoke just incredible barbecue on a regular basis? Maybe. That's something I really enjoy doing. So maybe there's a passion around barbecuing for me. So I would say, figure out what you want. Be open to the idea that it's out there. Think about what you would do if all your worries, cares, and concerns were gone. And then lastly, be realistic about which ones of those that you would actually be able to do for a living. Which ones of those things that you actually want to see come true in your own life. I love barbecuing. I would love to do competition style barbecue where maybe 3-4 times a year I go out and do a competition and see how my barbecue ranks up with other pit masters from around the country. I would love that. But do I want to open a barbecue restaurant? Heck no. The last thing I want to do is work that hard in a restaurant 4 in the morning, firing up the smoker on a daily basis. No. So open to the idea that your life's goals are out there. Figure out what you would do if you could do literally anything in the world, and then narrow that focus down to the things that you think you could actually be happy doing on a regular basis. Those 3 steps will help you to figure out what it is that you want in life, and then come back here, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, get a notification next week when the Monday Motivation comes up, and let's start talking about the processes that we have to put in place around those new goals that we determined through these 3 steps. I love you so much. Make it a great week. Love one another. Bye-bye.